Indecisive, you mean? Yeah. I don't know. It's hard. I don't understand half the time what's going on, but that's okay, because some stuff doesn't make sense. It's the constant going back and forth of, you know, are these characters moving forward, or are they just staying in this relationship? I find that to be sometimes very difficult. I'd probably like him. Yeah, there are a lot of similarities.
So what is the similarities?
I think we look alike. That's one thing. I think that would be one. And then I think, yeah, I would probably be friends with him. I'd probably be fascinated with his knowledge, certainly.
And what you like about him and what you dislike about him?
Well, I like that he's a competent doctor. I don't like that he's indecisive about his relationship with Meredith. That I would change.
And what else?
That's pretty much it, I think. I like the fact that he lives in the country. He needs to build his own house, though. The trailer's getting a little claustrophobic. Well, yeah, I think you're always getting things at the last minute, so you never know where your character's going or where they're coming from, because it's constantly changing. So it just really forces you to, there's no time to do any homework, so you just kind of work it out as you get there, and try to build from the last episode, and see if there's any kind of through line that helps you emotionally to get through stuff. But you just kind of think on your feet and sort of let it happen. I don't know, I always sort of had a difficult feeling about that. I didn't really feel completely committed to that choice that Shonda Rhimes had made as the writer to return to that marriage. I didn't quite understand why she chose to do that. Certainly if she had had an affair on him, I think it would have nullified the relationship. But I think there was something in it that was unresolved for him, obviously, in her mind, that he needed to go back and to resolve that. But I had no knowledge up until they introduced her character that I was even married in New York. So it was a surprise to me as well. And then I think that's just sort of the nature of things. You're not really aware of where the character's going or what's in Shonda Rhimes' mind. You just kind of go on a ride. So it was a hard thing to justify, to go back to her. I didn't quite understand it. There wasn't enough there. I didn't feel that we really got into it deeply enough to sort of support that choice. But then again, it was her decision to do that. Right, yeah, he seems to have stayed pretty consistent. I don't think he's changed that much. There's always been this sort of give and take, and I don't think the characters have evolved. Their relationship between, does he stay with Meredith or does he break up with her, I think that's kind of pretty consistent. It would be nice for them to either move forward or get away from each other. But I think that's part of the interest that people have, is their conflict of these two people that can't quite get it together to be together fully.
Do you feel he grew up or changed?
I'm happy that he finally made a decision to get out of the marriage and to move on. I think that's very important. Oh, sometimes when we're in the OR, you'll put the script on top of the skull, and when you're doing the procedure, you just look down and see your lines.
So do you want to do your surgery?
It's sort of broken down phonetically, depending on. I'm fortunate I don't have to have too many big medical words, but they're a little certainly in the OR. And if you have the mask on, you can say anything and kind of loop in the dialogue later on. I think the stuff with Chris O'Donnell was a lot of fun. The earlier scenes, I really enjoyed that. It was fun to work with him.
And what is your dialect highlight in this season?
It was probably one of the first few episodes when they're on the porch talking, and he arrives to break up their date. I think that was a very funny scene. Hi, I'm Patrick Dempsey from Grey's Anatomy. Please enjoy Season 3 on WOWOW.